The morning that shattered everything wasn't some breaking news event on TV. It was real, visceral, and it started with a blast that nearly knocked me out of my chair. One second I was in my study, sipping coffee over some classified briefings. Next, I'm staring at the mess of boiling liquid spread across top-secret pages while every bone in my body buzzed from the shockwave. The windows didn't just shake, they convulsed, and beyond them I saw it. That thick, black column of smoke clawing up into the pale morning sky like some monster had just torn a hole through our peaceful little world. And all of it, the sound, the smoke, the gut punch in my chest, came from Harmony Haven. You know what I mean? That therapy center they built just outside our HOA's border, the one meant to be a safe haven for disabled kids. That place was supposed to be a sanctuary, not ground zero. I was moving before the sirens even began. Years in anti-terrorism taught me to read a blast's signature before the dust settled. And that wasn't a gas leak or bad wiring. No way. That was deliberate, calculated, an IED. And in Willow Creek, this polished, paranoid, high-end suburb where people cared more about lawn symmetry than their neighbors? It hit me like a slap to the soul. Someone targeted those kids. See, Harmony Haven wasn't just a building. It was a lifeline for families, a bright, colorful place where nonverbal children found a voice through therapy, where murals of flying whales and smiling lions made even the hardest days feel lighter. But to some people here, to one person in particular, it was a blemish, an insult, a personal offense. De'Ara Evans. I'm not talking about your run-of-the-mill neighborhood complainer. No, this woman was a titan. Moneyed, manipulative, the kind of person who could weaponize a silk scarf and a zoning complaint in the same breath. I saw her in action once at a board meeting, standing there with her platinum hair and that voice like melted glass, dripping venom in the most polite tone you can imagine. She called the kids noisy, said the building was an aesthetic catastrophe, and claimed it'd destroy our property values. Claimed the paint job looked like a clown vomited. That was the quote. Her issue wasn't with noise or traffic. It was with the very idea of those kids being visible. And then, things got worse. What started as HOA complaints turned into something darker. Targeted. They slashed tires, sprayed hateful graffiti across the murals, words like freaks and eyesore. Then they scheduled utility repairs right outside the center's main road for days. People couldn't get in. Notes appeared on windshields. Take your problems elsewhere. All typed, all anonymous, all deliberate. It was psychological warfare, a war waged against children. And while all this was happening, De'Ara kept her distance, physically at least. But neighbors saw her taking pictures from different angles, analyzing, studying, like she was planning something. Then came the fire, a smoldering trash bin at the back of the building. It didn't spread thanks to a nearby patrol, but something clicked for me. This wasn't activism. This wasn't just anger. This was something darker, more dangerous. And when that explosion rocked the neighborhood, when Harmony Haven's front was ripped away like a dollhouse hit by a sledgehammer, I knew. I was at the scene within minutes. My JTTF badge got me through the police lines. What I saw there will haunt me forever. The air smelled like metal and fuel, not gas, not wood, but a compound I knew too well. Info, ammonium nitrate and fuel oil. Classic homemade bomb stuff. The building was gutted. Windows shattered 2 blocks away. And in the middle of it all stood Dr. Ramirez, her face streaked with ash and tears, whispering, "No kids today, thank God." That timing, either it was luck or someone knew the schedule. And standing across the ravine, on her immaculate lawn, arms folded, was De'Ara Evans. No shock, no horror, just satisfaction, a flicker of it. That looked chill me to my core. Later, I told the local chief, David Hatcher, this was a bomb. This is terrorism. He brushed it off. Faulty wiring, he said, until his forensics guy found the timer. And then everything snapped into place. We moved fast. My team launched full surveillance. Warrants, deep dives into financials. And the results? A blueprint of guilt. Her internet searches, how to destroy small buildings, how to buy fertilizer discreetly, how to build remote detonators. Her credit card history, large fertilizer purchases from obscure suppliers, electronic components matching the bomb debris, and security footage. It showed her SUV leaving the area just before the blast. But the smoking gun? Buried in her garden shed, behind overpriced mulch, traces of ammonium nitrate, detonator fragments, and a set of blueprints of Harmony Haven, with one red circle and the word here. We considered other suspects, a disgruntled contractor, local punks, but none had motive, resources, or that kind of obsessive precision. Only Diera. The deeper we dug, the uglier it got. A phone call to a cousin days before the blast revealed something unguarded. A childhood sibling with a severe disability. A burden, she said. An embarrassment. Maybe Harmony Haven wasn't just an eyesore. Maybe it was a trigger. A mirror she wanted to smash. We arrested her at an HOA meeting, right as she was offering to lead a new safety committee. You should have seen it. The calm snapped. The shrieks began. Do you know who I am? I am Willow Creek. Well, not anymore. In the interrogation room, she was pure pathology, denying everything, then justifying it all. She called Harmony Haven a cancer, claimed she did it for the community. No empathy, no remorse, just this twisted conviction that her privilege gave her the right to erase what she didn't like. Her trial rocked the nation. Headlines everywhere. HOA Queen turns bomber. The defense tried affluenza. The jury didn't buy it. She got life, no parole. Her estate? Seized. Portions funded the rebuilding of Harmony Haven and launched a new support fund for victims of domestic terrorism. And Harmony Haven? It rose from the rubble. Brighter, bolder, with more murals, more laughter, more life. It became a symbol, not of what was lost, but what couldn't be crushed. The Willow Creek HOA was gutted and rebuilt too, by people who believed in community, not control. One day, Lily asked me why the Flower Lady's house was empty now. I held her close and said, sometimes people forget how to be kind. And when that happens, Daddy has to make sure they don't hurt anyone else. That's what we do. We protect, not just from bombs in distant deserts, but from monsters with manicured lawns and HOA badges. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Was justice served? Can we ever really see extremism coming when it wears pearls and drives a Range Rover? Tell me, where do you draw the line between community standards and hate?